own line and become the face of the brand. That's right, the woman who took some time out from the spotlight to work on herself has jumped right back into the mix with a massive deal. Page Six reports that Gomez will also star in ad campaigns for the luxury brand, surely cementing her place at the top of everything she touches turns to gold list. Earlier in the year, Selena took a lengthy hiatus from the spotlight and checked herself into a rehab facility in Tennessee to seek help for anxiety, panic attacks, and depression. She officially made her comeback at the American Music Awards on November 20th, where she won the Favorite Female Pop Rock Artist Award at the ceremony. And we think this massive deal will be a great way for her to end the year. Everyone wants to know if Daniel Craig will renew his license to kill and play James Bond on the big screen again. According to the New York Post Page Six, Daniel thinks of himself as a serious actor and he wants to stretch his artistic muscles. Unfortunately for movie fans, the shoot-'em-up genre doesn't exactly fall into that category. But Daniel might be willing to compromise. And no, we're not talking about the reported $150 million he's apparently been offered to reprise the role for 2 more movies. Turns out some producers of the Bond film are also heavily attached to Broadway roles that cater to Craig's desires to pursue more serious endeavors, like his current part in Othello. In fact, Page Six reports that Craig scored his role in Othello as a gift from the same producers who wish he'll return to that big screen to pump up the box office. However, if Craig doesn't return as Bond, no one is sure who will pick up the golden gun next. When Amy Schumer wrote her movie Trainwreck, she probably couldn't predict that her success would lead to a real, actual collision with food poisoning in Paris. The comedian was on a, quote, romantic trip with her boyfriend Ben Hanisch in France that was immediately disrupted by what can only be described as violent food poisoning. Schumer made a visit to Ellen and didn't spare the talk show any of the gross details. You can use your own imagination, but she joked that she yelled through the bathroom doors to her boyfriend saying, "It was so great dating you. I wish you the best of luck. You're gonna meet a great girl." But I knew it was over. Who can get through that? Luckily for Schumer, her boyfriend was suffering from the same situation and perhaps had some noise-canceling headphones. Thankfully, the most non-romantic trip to Paris ever didn't end their relationship, and now Schumer has more comedic material to tell on stage. Donald Trump wants to keep it all in the family, and he wants everyone to know. The president-elect was speaking to Fox News when he revealed that he would love to have his daughter Ivanka and her husband Jared Kushner involved in his administration, and it's something that they're working out right now. He called them both very talented people, adding that Ivanka is strong and that she would be so good with women's issues. And when it comes to Jared, he'd like to have him helping on deals with other nations and trying to bring peace to the Middle East. But Donald knows he has a hurdle to overcome, and he admits he'll have to look at it from a legal standpoint. There's an anti-nepotism law that states a public official may not appoint, employ, promote, or advocate employment, promotion, or advancement in or to a civil position in the agency in which he is serving or over which he has exercised jurisdiction on control any individual who is a relative of the public official. Public official is defined in the law to include the president, and the statutory definition for relative includes son-in-law. What isn't clear, and it's what Donald's lawyers will probably fight over, is the word agency, and whether it includes the White House or executive office of the president. Guess we'll just have to wait and see how this one turns out. We just saw Ashley Graham show up to the America's Next Top Model premiere party in New York City, but she knows that if it wasn't for her gig in Sports Illustrated, she might not be there at all. Actually, if it wasn't for Tyra Banks, she wouldn't have been there either. She tells People magazine, "Tyra reached out to me at the beginning of the year when my SI cover came out. It was amazing. I think what's so great is that Tyra has realized that times have changed in the modeling industry." Ashley has been open about the criticism she's faced as a plus-size model, appearing in a world that seemingly caters more to the thin. Well, till now. The 28-year-old says, "It's really about being a boss, a brand, and a businesswoman. Hence why it's a whole new crew, a whole new cast, and a whole new vibe." Thanks to models like Ashley, America's Next Top Model could be anyone, and we're sure people will tune in to see who. Blac Chyna sure knows how to get her motor running. Check out the reality star on her new 3-wheel Can-Am motorcycle as she left a Los Angeles bowling alley with some friends and her son, King Cairo. And she gave her little one a tour around the parking lot because it's obviously the best ride in town. But don't worry, folks, he didn't accompany her on the streets, and she did wear a helmet. So now you know she follows all safety guidelines. It's been 1 month since Chyna gave birth to Dream Kardashian, and she recently described her daughter as the twin of her dad, Rob Kardashian, because she thinks they look just like each other. Rumor has it the couple has already set a date for the upcoming wedding, but they're still keeping it under wraps. Just a week before, Rob and Black were reportedly holding out when they were planning to walk down the aisle because they wanted to tie it into a wedding day special for TV. Guess they secured one after all. So expect them to ride into your daytime TV schedule sometime soon. Meghan Markle is getting a ton of attention these days for her real-life role as Prince Harry's girlfriend, and that's given the actress an opportunity to address another role she's garnered attention for her whole life, her race. The actress writes about being half black and half white in an essay for LUK, and she opens up about some of the scrutiny existing in what she refers to as a gray area. Meghan has struggled not being able to necessarily check a Caucasian or African American census box during her upbringing, and professionally says she wasn't black enough for the black roles and wasn't white enough for the white roles. Fortunately, Meghan learned to check her own box. She tells LUK, "You push for colorblind casting. You draw your own box. You introduce yourself as who you are, not what color your parents happen to be. You create the identity you want for yourself, just as my ancestors did when they were given their freedom." Meghan knows that people may still see her as mixed race, but hopefully her essay will help people know her for so much more than her ethnicity. Do you like celebrities, hot trends, and Hollywood life? Good. So